Burnout, anxiety, and workplace stress crushing your soul? An ancient Buddhist text could be your secret weapon. The Heart Sutra, just a few paragraphs long, has been helping people find peace for over 2,000 years. And it might be exactly what your career needs right now. Let's dive into 3 game-changing ideas from this powerful teaching that can revolutionize your work life. First big idea. Everything is empty. Now before you click away, empty doesn't mean nothing exists or life is meaningless. It means nothing has a permanent, fixed, independent existence. Everything is constantly changing and depends on other things to exist. Think about your smartphone. Is there some magical phoneness inside it that makes it what it is? Nope. It's just glass, metal, plastic, and code coming together temporarily. It exists because of designers, factory workers, miners who got the materials, and the network that makes it work. Change any of these conditions, and your phone wouldn't be what it is. The Heart Sutra says this applies to everything: objects, situations, and even our thoughts and feelings. They're all like clouds in the sky. They form, change, and disappear based on conditions. So how does this help at work? Let's say your big project tanks. Feels like a solid, crushing failure, right? But failure isn't some predefined thing waiting to happen. It emerged from a mix of factors, maybe unrealistic deadlines, communication issues, market changes, resource problems, or someone getting sick. Seeing this doesn't let anyone off the hook, but it completely shifts your perspective. Instead of thinking, I'm a failure, or it's all Jennifer's fault, you can ask better questions. What specific conditions led to this? What can we learn? How can we adjust things next time? The same goes for success. Recognizing its temporary nature keeps you from getting a big head when things go well. And your job title? It's also empty. Just a temporary role depending on company structure and changing needs, not who you actually are. Second big idea. Everything is connected. If nothing exists independently, then everything must exist dependently, right? Everything is interconnected like a massive web. Touch one part and the whole thing moves. You are here because of your parents, the food you eat, the air you breathe, the society around you. Your job exists because of the company, its customers, the economy, the roads you use to get there. Nothing stands alone. We're all part of a vast network of relationships. This is super obvious in teamwork. When your team launches a successful product, who deserves credit? Often we focus on the project lead or the most visible people. But success actually depends on everyone. Researchers who gathered data, designers who created the interface, engineers who wrote code, testers who found bugs, marketing team who created buzz, finance department who managed money, HR who hired everyone, and the admin staff keeping operations smooth. Seeing this interconnection transforms how you work with others. You move from "I achieved this" to "we achieved this." You start valuing everyone's contributions, which creates better teamwork and happier people. When problems come up, you look for system issues rather than just blaming individuals. Is there a process flaw? Communication problems between teams? Not enough resources? This view leads to better solutions. It breaks down those department silos and builds a shared purpose. When your colleague is struggling, you're more likely to offer help rather than judgment because you see how their struggle affects everyone. Third big idea. Let go of tight grips. If everything is empty, meaning constantly changing and interconnected, meaning dependent on countless factors, then what's the smartest way to deal with life? The Heart Sutra suggests, loosen your grip. This doesn't mean becoming cold or not caring. It means understanding that everything is temporary and conditional. So maybe don't stake your entire happiness on specific outcomes, fixed ideas, status, possessions, or avoiding blame. Most of our stress and anxiety comes from clinging, trying to force reality to match our expectations. Non-attachment means engaging fully with work but not tying your entire self-worth to things going exactly as planned. Let's say you get passed over for a promotion you really wanted. If you're super attached to that outcome, I must get this promotion to be successful or happy, you'll feel crushed, bitter, and might lose all motivation. Your identity becomes fused with getting that specific result. With non-attachment, you still put in your best effort and advocate for yourself. but you understand the outcome depends on many factors beyond your control. Company needs, other candidates, office politics, budget, all those empty and interconnected things. If you don't get promoted, sure, you'll feel disappointed, that's human. But because your self-worth isn't completely tied to that one outcome, you can process those feelings without spiraling. You can reflect, okay, that didn't happen. What can I learn? What other growth opportunities exist? How can I still contribute meaningfully? This creates resilience. It helps you adapt to change, which is constant at work. It applies equally to being stubborn about your way of doing things, making you resistant to feedback. Letting go of that rigidity makes you more flexible and collaborative. It also balances how you react to praise, enjoying it without needing it, and criticism, learning from it without being devastated. It's finding inner stability that isn't constantly thrown off by every professional up and down. It's freedom from that emotional roller coaster of excessive clinging. These three ideas, emptiness, interconnection, and non-attachment, aren't just abstract concepts. They're practical wisdom for everyday life. Understanding that things aren't fixed and independent reveals our connection to everything else. Recognizing this impermanent, relational reality helps us engage with life by loosening our grip on expectations. Using these ideas at work can completely transform your experience. They reduce stress, improve relationships, enhance teamwork, build resilience, and help you handle challenges with greater wisdom and inner peace. It's an ancient key to unlocking a more peaceful and effective way to work and live.